Hello and welcome to the Sunday service. I am Leanne.
And I'm Paul, and this is Luna.
This is Luna, little Luna, hello.
Who's fixated with the mic.
She is fixated with the mic, but we're going to have the mic in the middle because we've only got one mic. So I think we're going to get another one on.
We are, so at the moment we just have to roll with the one.
We have to share. So this week on those Slimming World scales, do you know how I did?
I do.
Do you?
I do indeed.
How did I do?
You went up by a pound.
I did.
So
Never worked with children and animals. And do you know how I felt about that?
You didn't actually seem too bad.
In group. She's got it again. Look, she's got the magazine.
Right, so we're just rolling here with it. So we have Luna in the background. She was trying to read a copy of Woman's Magazine.
Magazine. The reason we had the Women's Magazine, Woman Magazine.
Wasn't it? Do they still do Women's Own?
Yeah, they do Women's Own.
And so there's now just Woman.
And Women's Week.
Woman. Woman.
The reason we have it, it's not that I actually have subscribed to it or anything, is that...
Because you love all the gossip.
I don't.
Come along now. Let's face, especially the. Sorry, this caught my eye because I do like a sense of humour is essential. Parents pay me to have sex with their sons.
Why would somebody put that in?
I was eating my dinner the other day at the table and this caught my eye. Come on, off! It's not a toy. I'm trying to be serious about Woman Magazine and the gossip. So behave yourself. Come on.
So no, it wasn't about that at all. The reason being is there's a middle page spread. There's quite a few with recipes in for Slimming World. Always in January, that's the case. Hello, Luna.
So the microphone is either going to keep her well behaved.
No, she's trying to eat it.
It's going to be a negative distraction.
Oh dear. But she is a welcomed distraction. Do you know why she's such a welcome distraction?
Because she's such a bundle of love and joy.
She is. And as you guys know that we lost Poppy in August, and this was my Christmas and birthday present.
It was indeed. She is absolutely priceless.
And I love her so much. And this Friday, we just gone, we actually did my birthday present, which we were going to do on my birthday, but because of, what was the storm called? Was it Greta? Was it Greta?
No, it wasn't. It was, oh, you've thrown me now. You've put me on the spot.
No, it's fine. I don't remember. You watch the
weather.
I'm
usually good with storms.
You follow the Met Office, don't you? So
Goretti.
That's
the one.
There we go. So Storm Goretti came right in the middle of. She's got it again. In the middle of of us going down to Dover, which is where Luna's from, and we decided to go down to see all your brothers and sisters and your mum and dad, didn't we? Indeed. And we had a good time on Friday. And there was lots of walking and talking, and I was really good as well. I stayed within my SWIP value, didn't I?
You were very good.
But yes, on Thursday I stepped on those scales and I did put on. Now, I don't know how, and this is one of the things, you know Jane, who I follow on YouTube.
I do,
Every Saturday I watch Jane, don't I? I sit here with my coffee after going for a walk. And I sit and watch Jane, and you say, "Oh, there you are. There's the lady from Slimming World."
I know most of the Slimming World people just from you watching them. I could probably name 4 or 5. But
go on then. Trivia. Go on.
Oh my god! So there's Jane.
There's Jane.
Is it Debbie's World?
Debbie's World, yes.
Then there's Rufus and Lisa.
Rufus and Lisa, Beyond
Authentic.
3. What's their club called?
The Losers Club.
Very good.
Then there is the lady who's on the Monjaro. But I can't remember her name.
That is Debbie.
No, I was thinking of the other one with the little dog Charlie.
That's Debbie.
No, the other lady that's on... Oh, they're both on Monjaro, aren't they?
Yeah.
Sorry, you put me on the spot.
Gemma? No, you're thinking of Gemma?
It might be, yeah. She's got the black hair and very dark
Gemma.
eyes.
So we watch Gemma, don't we?
So that's 4. So there's another one.
There's quite a few.
Yeah, there is. There's... Well, it's the only one that really comes to mind, which is actually very sad because she passed away. But it's Kaza. Yeah, so I know it's very sad.
Yeah, I was very upset. I only found out last weekend.
But you've watched all of those channels for
years.
Yeah, definitely. Which is why I've just got to know them by literally coming into the room and you're watching one of them.
And then do you remember Tracy Mouse?
I do. Yeah, you haven't watched her for a while.
She hasn't been around for a while.
Okay.
I didn't miss her.
That's what people do, though. They kind of, you have moments of prevalence, and then you kind of lay low a bit, and because life is like this, and
a bit like me. That's what happened, wasn't it? We were at
well, there
5
you go.
years,
Yeah,
5 years.
yeah.
But we're back. We are
There you
back.
go.
Now, I did feel actually a little bit gutted in group. I felt really deflated because I had, you follow my journey, don't you? More than anyone.
Of course I do. I live with you.
Exactly. So I have been completely on plan the whole time. I've
You've
not
been,
deviated.
honestly, you have been brilliant.
And this is the very first time since September that I've actually put on any weight. So it was only £1, but I think for me, when I look back thinking, why is it that this happened? And Jane was talking it through her as well, because she put on this week. I think she put on £1, or she might put on £1.50. And it was actually really nice because I know it sounds awful to say it's really nice that she'd put on, because I'd put on as well. And I just wanted to talk to somebody about it. And we don't talk about it in group anymore. It's sort of like glossed over, and the high achievers get the spotlight, which is great because a lot of them are doing really well, because it's because there's a lot of new people, and even Beverly, she got Slim of the Week. She did £3.5, and consistently I'd lost weight even between Christmas and New Year. I'd lost as well. So, and I'd got through for three whole weeks. I got Slimmer of the Week, and I just didn't understand. But then I thought about what had actually happened in that week. Luna was unwell, and we ended up going to the vets with her, didn't we? Then I ended up having to pull an all-nighter because I was writing the report.
So you hardly had any sleep.
Yeah, we had a client that was going through a lot, which I was helping. Then we had our trustees meeting, which I was there working till 9:00. And then what else happened? There was a couple of other things that happened.
Just think it was a few things over a close-knit number of days.
And actually, if those sorts of things happen to you, and I know that we don't like saying, oh, life got in the way, but life didn't get in the way. Life just happened.
To be honest, though, £1 is not really...
I know, it's not much, is it, really?
It's not really too much to panic about.
But I do think my circadian rhythm was out of kilter, because one night I worked all the way through the night and came to bed at 5 and had about an hour's sleep before going back to work.
Probably when I was snoring.
And then you were snoring, yeah. And then what else? There was a lot of things happen, but it just throws you off. And even though I don't eat through the night, if I'm doing an all-nighter, you don't rest. You're not drinking as much. You're not consciously aware of what you're putting in your body. And I'm not talking about the foods that we're eating, because I was still on plan with foods, but things like water. Didn't drink that much water. So therefore, my system wasn't working at its most is that the right word? Optimum way. So I think that's probably where it might stem from. So I'm hoping this week. That was the other thing. I hadn't gone out for longer walks because having to do all of the things and rushing around, and she didn't want to go. She wasn't well, so we we were told she couldn't go for walks just on the lead, so we didn't do. We've been going like an hour and a half, haven't we, in the mornings?
It's okay, don't beat yourself up too
No,
much.
I know,
honestly.
but we didn't get to talk about it.
So you mentioned, is that so you don't talk at group then when you put pounds on?
Not
is that
now.
like unheard of?
It's the new way of doing things, isn't
Right.
it? So back last.
But it's not. It's life.
It is life. It is life. But Slimming World has changed, and the changes, although there's been major changes in January, changes did happen last year, and what was image therapy has changed. I can't even remember what they call it now, but the way that it was changed. Before, you used to go around and everybody would, how have you done, which with some people it might not be. I can understand they might not want to know that they've put on or they haven't put on or what they've lost, but sometimes in those places your group is actually where you end up, where that magic happens, where you can actually say how you're feeling. That doesn't really happen anymore. However, what does happen is the community that we have on YouTube and also on Facebook. So, thank goodness for Lisa and Rufus to doing the Losers Club on a Wednesday and on a Sunday. I know they're not doing it every Sunday now, but it's really nice to be able just to go there and just say, I'm having a bad time.
I think that's those guys have really helped you.
They really have.
Because you've been watching them a lot.
Yeah, and I don't think people understand the impact that Jane and Lisa and Rufus have had. And I know I mentioned them a lot last week, but actually they've been like a third. What is it? Third wheel. Third. They say in Slimming World there's 3 areas. There's the plan. There's going to group, and what's the other thing? I can't remember. I have to look in the book. But having Jane, having Rufus and Lisa, and having the Losers Club, and actually starting to interact with them on there, that's really been like the 4th wheel, I suppose. It's really helped me this time round, and I'm not keep blowing their trumpet. They're just real. And I think
that's what life's about. It's about being real.
And they're really genuine. And I think that if you're going on this plan, if you're working it and you're going up and down, or you are consistently just wanting to have a community of people that are doing the same stuff as you, they're really good people to follow and get involved. It's really helped me a lot, hasn't it?
It's all about the community, isn't it? Like you just said about, I know you go to the club and that's a real thing. But obviously, having a good YouTube community creates a good network, and obviously everybody encourages everybody else.
Yeah, and it's like you with your Warhammer, isn't it? You've got a community, haven't you, on your Instagram pages, and you chat to people and you meet up. And it's just nice to have somebody that really understands what you're going through. So thank you, Jane, for your honesty about what you've been going through. I really felt it. I actually was quite pleased in a way because you were going through what I was going through. So I felt like I had a kindred spirit there. So thank you so much for that. And also thank you for Lisa and Rufus, and also all the other guys that we follow, because, really...
Sorry, I thought of another channel as well.
I know.
The two ladies.
The two ladies, the Back to Basics.
I couldn't remember the name.
Laura
of
and
the
Kat.
channel.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. There you go. That's 6.
You're being followed by the camera, Luna.
Oh, that's okay. I'm sure people love to see her.
Yes, we all love to see you, don't we?
A spaniel that won't keep still.
No.
Although she's actually being very well behaved.
Spaniels don't keep still, though. That's the fun of them, isn't it?
That's why they're spaniels.
So I think for me, it was about contemplation. So one of the things that I did when I came home on Thursday night, while I was sitting mulling about what I'd done, and I thought, well, how can I work the plan? And I thought, but I've been working the plan. I haven't done anything different. And actually, my consultant, she sent me a message. She said, "Oh, you won't use yourself," and I said, "Yeah, this is why," and I don't understand because I had been on plan. So I did think about what does the plan mean, and one of the things I got, and this is in my little bag, in my Losers Club bag, available online from Lisa and Rufus, is this book. Now, this book is called Wild Women Do, and They Don't Regret It, and it's by Margaret Miles Bramwell, who is the founder of Slimming World. Some of you will know who she is. Sadly, she passed, I think, last year. I got the audio book, and when we went down to Dover and we went and saw your mum and dad, we listened to it. We started listening to it in the car. And it was really good. It's read by her. So if you don't want to read the book, you can buy this book in your groups. It's £6, so you can purchase it in your groups. So go and ask your consultant for it. But if you go onto Audible, you can get it on there. If you're a member, you can use it with one of your credits, or if you're a new user, you can buy it for 99p. And it's read by her, and it was really nice to actually hear from the horse's mouth about her story, and it talks about her birth, doesn't it? Then her childhood, and then it went on to her teenage years, and then actually starting up Slimming World and how Slimming World started. And it's interesting knowing that the language has changed, how language was a big part of how it was started and how sin was used originally. It was called a sin a day diet, wasn't it? Part of her when she started doing it. Okay. Do you remember what she was saying?
Vaguely, I was driving at the time, but yeah.
But she was saying that, and she was saying, it was a comical way of saying, poking a bit of fun about having to lose weight. And I thought, oh, it's a real shame that has moved on. I understand why it's moved on. I'm not going to harp about it because it's just a word. But it was really nice just to hear the founder talking about it. And, it's always quite nice to find out about the people that have started these things up and how they've, how, I forgot what I was going to say. I'm going to have to cut that bit.
That's okay. We do that a lot in life.
I was just thinking about how did they establish it? What were they thinking? What was their idea behind it? What was the drive behind it? I remember when I did Slimming World, when I did Weight Watchers, and I've still got my copy of the Jean Niditch book. Now this was way from the 70s, this one, and you can't buy this. In fact, this is actually quite expensive if you were to buy it now, because it is not available. But it's always nice to hear why people started these things up and what was their drive, what was their motivation, and what was their intention as well, I think. So I'd encourage you to listen or to read it because I thought it was quite a good read. Anyway, that was this week really.
That's pretty much it. So I've said it, but don't beat yourself up. A pound is just a pound. It will go down.
I'm not going to.
So like you've put on 10 or 15 pounds or something. It's
no. But what I did do was when I left group, as I do every Thursday, we went straight to the food warehouse. I said it right. I didn't say the card. I didn't say the card food warehouse, which is what I usually call it. I went to
the car warehouse.
No, not the car.
Which doesn't actually exist
car
anymore,
phone warehouse, wasn't it? The food warehouse. I went to the food warehouse, and I purchased quite a lot of things. The new stuff, didn't I?
We need to eat more Slimming World food that we have in the freezers because we haven't actually got much room left.
Well, no, we'll eat it this week.
Yeah.
Because we've already eaten one.
You bought some new stuff that's just come out.
Yeah, and it's the stuff that's the fusitarian stuff.
Yeah, that's my stuff. I'm the fusitarian.
So what did we get? Can you remember?
Well, you bought some tomato and mozzarella type thing because I love anything with tomatoes.
The ravioli pasta.
Yeah, I haven't tried them yet, but I'm
Beverly says
stoked
they're very
for
nice.
those.
And also there's a spinach and ricotta one I got.
Yep. I haven't tried any of them.
And I got the sauce as well, didn't I?
Okay. And you got the which we had this evening. We had a curry this evening, and you got some naan breads.
Yeah, the naan breads. So.
And they're very nice. I had 2 of those.
The naan breads.
In fact, so did you, didn't you?
I did. The naan breads. Can I just say, that's the size of the naan bread.
Yeah. So, I mean, for me, I could eat 4 of those.
One of them is a healthy extra. We now have 3 healthy extras. I actually used 2 healthy extras today because I did have an extra one. We were looking for these. So when you go into Iceland or the food warehouse where we went, we were looking at where they had the wraps. So as you walk into our food warehouse, they had all of the bread aisle right in front of you, and the wraps were there, and there were naan breads there. There was lots of things there, and I thought, oh, they must be with them. And both Beverly and I were looking at the naan breads and thinking, oh, they'd be really good. And then we said, oh, they're not there. And then we saw the pancakes, and we thought, oh, the pancakes will be there. They weren't there, but they were over by the freezers, and they were on like a cardboard display shelf thing, and I was just shocked at the size of them.
But it's Slimming World, isn't it? So
I know, but I was really expecting them to be the size of a proper regular naan bread.
Which is probably 3 of those would make up 1 naan in a.
I thought 2
in an actual restaurant.
I would have thought 2,
okay.
But
either way, they're very nice.
They are very nice.
We had one with our dinner, then I said I could eat another one of those, so I popped another one in the toaster.
Now. Yeah, and then I said, oh, I could eat another one. So I had another one and ended up having it as a healthy extra. So I think I've actually had, because I had sardines on toast for lunch. So my healthy extras today have actually been 3 fibres. And the app did tell me, we recommend that you need to have a calcium. I was like, yeah, I'm going to have a calcium. Don't worry about that. Calcium's in my yoghurt, which I had, which is fine. I am an adult and I made that choice. So... what are you doing? So, yeah, I'm not too sure about the size, but the flavour and to go with the with the curry.
Yeah,
It was really nice.
Absolutely,
Wasn't it?
you could just. I mean, I could eat that as a snack.
I'm going to put these books away.
And don't forget the pancakes.
And don't forget the pancakes. These are the pancakes. These ones are the...
Well, you bought blueberry ones, which we've scoffed already.
Yeah, but I did only have one a day for those.
Okay.
Because one pancake is your...
They go nicely in the toaster.
Yeah, they go in the toaster. Did you think that they were like other pancakes that we've had?
Yeah, I thought they were okay. Yeah. It's probably not as sweet.
I thought they were quite dense.
Well, obviously, non-Slimming World pancakes would have more sugar. I'm assuming.
I don't know. There's quite a lot of
obviously,
sugar.
you're controlling your intake, but yeah, I thought they were okay.
See, these have per pancake, carbohydrates of which are sugars, is 10.2 grams of sugar per pancake, which I think is really high.
Okay. But obviously, we haven't sampled these
We
ones
haven't.
yet.
We haven't.
Obviously, they're probably
ones.
very similar. So these are the maple ones.
You quite like. You preferred. You said you would prefer the blueberry ones, didn't you?
Oh, well, probably. I mean, I love blueberries, but I'm sure these will go down just as easily.
I don't think once they're gone, I don't think I'll have those again, or the blueberry ones. But I definitely will have the naan breads. The naan breads were really, really good. They taste like naan breads. They did taste like they were. As I said, just think they were a bit small. But
I'm looking forward to this week trying some of the other new things that you bought last week, like the spinach and ricotta thing, tomato and mozzarella, and there was something else you mentioned.
Vegetable terrine.
Yeah.
Was it not?
It's basically all new stuff.
Tagine.
Yeah, it's
the
all
Moroccan
new stuff.
thing.
So we'll have those this week.
Yes, so so there's lots of nice new things. Some Slimming World news this week. Do you know what's coming?
I have no idea.
There's supposed to be a new hi-fi bar.
Oh, right. Oh, I think you mentioned
Yeah,
it.
cookies and cream.
Oh,
but
okay, yeah, you did mention that.
Do you know what's happened? There's an error with it. So there's a packaging error apparently.
All right.
We don't know why, but Beverly's going to be really devastated because she was really looking forward to those. So what was it? What did it say? So the cookies and cream bar, there's a barcode error apparently.
Okay.
I wanted to give you a quick update about the new cookies and cream hi-fi bars. We've spotted an error on the packaging, which means we need to hold off launching them for now. Oh, so it's probably not a barcode error.
Okay.
So the bars themselves are completely fine. There's no issue at all with the recipe or the quality. But we need to get the packaging sorted before they can go out on sale.
This is cookies and cream?
Yes, cookies and cream.
Okay.
I know lots of you were excited to try them, and it's disappointing that we have to wait a little longer. We feel the same. The good news is that it's only a temporary delay, and we're already working on getting everything back on track. And as we have a new date for the launch, we'll soon let you know, and we hope it will be with you very soon. So I just wonder, all of those ones that are sitting in my consultant's living room, whether they should got to resend them all back and have them all resent out again. So yeah, unfortunately, we're not getting them this week. We're going to get them.
I'm sure we can live with the other ones for now.
Yeah, I'm not that bothered about. The only ones I really like are the peanut butter ones.
You haven't actually bought them for a few weeks. But we have there's a jar in front of us here on the table.
There is, but there's the ones there that I don't like.
What, the peanut butter one?
No, I like
the
peanut butter
chocolate
one. The triple chocolate.
Oh, that's my favourite. Anything with chocolates.
Yeah, so I get them for you because otherwise you start picking on my snacks.
Chocolate orange, triple choc.
Yeah, you like all those. And the fruit and nut one you like, don't you?
Probably the orange and the triple choc are the best ones. But I will eat any ones. You know,
yeah, I like the peanut butter ones. They remind me of, do you remember Harvest Crunch?
Vaguely, yeah.
They remind me of those.
Okay.
So yeah, so there's not really that much. What have we done this week? It's been a really busy week work-wise, and I think that's always difficult when you're trying to be on plan. Not from a planning aspect, but just I end up like, I don't know about anyone else, when I'm working really hard, I'll just go headlong into my work and not think about what I'm eating. I will just actually not eat at all, and there'll be times when I'll just be well, you know what I'm like, I'm hyper focused, and I won't actually think about eating at all, which I think again is really bad. And that brings me to my last thing I wanted to talk about. And this is something I'd like you to all share in the comments. So there's lots of new subscribers and there's lots of people that have come back and also sent me some lovely messages. I have replied to some of you in the comments in last week's video, but it's really lovely to see you all. Thank you all for coming back. Thank you for your well wishes, and also thank you for the new subscribers. But one of the questions I wanted to talk to you about and get your views on is, what's your Slimming World toxic trait? And the reason I say this is that in the other group that I'm part of, No Shaming Again, which is another YouTuber that we watch, isn't it? So they mentioned on there, what's your, do you...
Was it what would you say to yourself?
No, that's something else. That was something else.
No, several months down the line.
Yeah, no, this is a different thing. So this was, are you going to eat before weigh-in? So a lot of people do. When do you go for your group? When do you go for weigh-in at your group? A lot of people go during the day. Some people go first thing in the morning. I've always had evening groups, and not anymore, but a long time ago, what I would do is I would have my breakfast, maybe have a very light lunch, and then by 3:00 not drink anything, and be or sometimes I wouldn't eat at all, and because I'd get on the scales. That is, I would say, a toxic trait. It's not healthy. You shouldn't be doing it. But it was something that part of diet culture that we all get into. Another one might be, wait, oh, didn't know where that came from. Weighing yourself every day on the scales. Should you be weighing yourself every day on the scales? I don't think that's right. I still get on the scales mostly every day.
I was quiet then.
I know. No, you can be, but it's a toxic trait, really.
But you do it all the time.
I do it all the time.
You do it like probably morning and evening.
I know.
You certainly do it in the morning and before you go to bed.
Yeah.
You get on the scales.
Now, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Because it's one of the things I'm trying to get out the habit of. And should I just wait till Thursday night to get weighed? But then I also think to myself, if I put my weight in every day, it's nice to get an average of the week.
But then we were talking earlier about on weigh-in day, people, to say cheating is probably not the right word, but obviously you try and eat less, you try and go to the toilet as much as you can to obviously lighten the pounds, and that's not quite reality. For that one day, you've built yourself up on that day, and you know you're going to get weighed in the evening. So I'm not saying you're starving yourself during the day, but you're more conscious of like thinking, oh, I'll eat a little bit less today, or I've got to, go to the toilet a bit more and just like lighten the load as much as I can before I get on those scales. I think that's probably a common trait with many people that go for the weigh-in day.
I don't think it's...
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but...
No, this is not to judge anyone. This is actually saying, taking a look at ourselves. I suppose it's reflection, isn't it? It's about what can I do that I know is not good for me, really, as part of my weekly weigh-in. And I mean, we've all got our own weigh-in clothes that we wear. It's majority of the time in the summer it's leggings and a
yeah, that was another thing, obviously, what you're wearing at the time.
Yeah, and of course in the winter time
so if you're wearing like heavy boots and thick clothes, and obviously that's going to just bump you up a little bit more.
So it's just quite interesting. It'd be really great to hear what other people's experiences are. Are you someone like me that weighs every single day? And it is a habit. Do you know what I think? Do you know what I'm going to do this week? I'm not going to weigh myself.
I was thinking of something really funny then.
Go on then. Say it, go on.
No, I can't.
You can't?
Everybody take their clothes off before they get on the scales in your Slimming World group. Because that's reality, isn't
That
it?
is
Obviously,
reality,
you
people.
should weigh yourself naked. With obviously, I know you do that in the privacy of home, but you can't do that at group
Yeah.
unless you suddenly had a
No, you
private cubicle and everyone went in one at a time.
It's not the sort of thing we want to encourage. I don't think Margaret Miles Bramwell would have encouraged
But
that
obviously,
either.
weighing yourself naked is much more accurate than having any clothes on. But obviously, that's another thing. When you go to group, it's like you've all got clothes on,
Yeah.
and everybody's clothes weigh different amounts. In grams and just a little bit more and less, and so everybody probably tries to get down to just maybe a t-shirt even in the winter or something, just to take more off.
Well, I tend to have like a dress and
Yeah, I do notice
tights
you
on.
wear a kind of like long thin dress.
Yeah.
On the weigh-in day.
Which is what I've always worn,
Yeah.
that type of thing. Because when I started, it's always been like a cotton dress when I went back in September. So it's no good putting on a pair of jeans, and because if you put your jeans on, they're going to weigh a lot heavier, aren't they? But I do have my jumpers on during the day and then take it all off in front of the scales. But that's why there's a chair there. There's a chair by the scale, so you can do all that. But it'd be really interesting to see what other people do. What's your toxic trait, or what's your weekly ritual? Are you someone that must have a wee before you get on those scales? Because that's also
I bet everybody disappears to the loo. Yes, it's just like, oh yeah, just popping off for a quick wee before I get on the scales. Oh, another £2 off. Yeah.
And that's the thing. I mean, we all do it, and I think that's one of the things that we need to be. I think we need to be really honest and real about that, and by building up those and being honest about it. It's normalising part and parcel of going through, either losing weight. And as I said to you, it's not this time, and you know this, don't you? It's not for vanity. For me, it is about health. But I'm not that other people that are on this channel that follow me, it might not be about that. It may be about what is the number on those scales. However, I did come to a brick wall this week, and that my whole mood that evening, and I have to say it was just the evening, was defined by that number, and that number shouldn't really define me. And that's the most, and I think that's the most important thing. So I think that this week's been a bit reflective about where did it start, how did it start, and also what are the things that I do that actually calling myself out. I shouldn't do those. I shouldn't weigh myself. And you can hold me accountable to that this week.
Okay.
Not standing on the scale in the evening and during the day. And you can report.
I'll hide the scales.
That's a good thing.
I could do that, couldn't I? Yeah.
You could.
I could hide them.
You haven't been on for some time, have you? I'd be interested to know.
Yeah, I've been on the other day.
Because you have been eating the meals. I know you've been eating.
I mean, I do eat more than you because I'm not on Slimming World, but
you do more. You do more physical exercise than me because of your job.
Yeah, but yeah, I've always been around the same weight for a long time. I did put a little bit on, but yeah, I've always been pretty active, especially with my job. So I'm always burning it off.
And
it's about finding a balance, isn't it? It's that obviously the Slimming World is a dietary lifestyle, but it's also incorporating your actual lifestyle. Your activity. Obviously, we've got Luna now, so we're doing a lot more walking. Obviously, you're doing more walking.
She's gone to sleep.
She's fast asleep. So obviously, exercise equaled with, balancing what you put in your body is absolutely the key. To be honest. Obviously, there's other factors, but
you've never really worried about your weight, have you? You've never.
I haven't, to be honest. No, I've always been really slim. Sorry, so I'm just like, yeah. I was a good size kid, normal sized child, and then always slim as a teenager, and yeah, I was always slim. I think when we met, I weighed 10.5 stone, and then I put a little bit on, and over the years, we've been married 15 years. I've probably gone up to about, just over 11.5, but I've remained about that weight. Sometimes it goes a little bit and then it comes down again.
And it has been about the health, hasn't it?
Yeah, but that's the key, isn't it?
Because it was all the takeaways.
It's doing it for a healthy lifestyle, to look after yourself, because, the body is a temple, isn't it? And it's definitely not vanity. It is absolutely health. You know, I mean, your health is your wealth, isn't it? So
Oh yeah, I like
if you
that.
don't have, if you're not healthy, you could have all the money in the world, and what's the point of life if you don't have your health? So you've got to look after yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah,
There you go. You heard it here first. So yeah, I think that you're going to hold me accountable. Write down in the comments below what are your. Actually, no, I'm not going to say what your toxic traits are. I think hold yourself accountable and think this week we're going. It's Sunday, so we're going into Monday now. What are you going to do this week that is completely different to what you've done before, that you know is negatively impacting your health journey, your weight loss journey, whether it is like weighing yourself every day, or skipping meals on weigh day. It'll be really interesting just to see what everybody else is feeling, because is that actually something that we talk about in group? Probably not, but it's really good to be able to say, do you know what, me too. And it's nice to feel like you've been seen and you've been heard as well. So please put it down in the comments.
we're all human.
We are all human.
Just keep it real and keep it human, you know. So yeah.
Well,
There we go.
thank you very much for joining us this week. This has been your Sunday service, and I hope that you enjoyed it and you got a little bit out of it, and we will see you next week for more.
Bye bye.